Let's talk about a powerful pattern that can help you out with those price pullbacks, because I think we've all been there where we buy and then we're just like, oh, there's a pullback. I could have gotten such a better price. And in many situations, it's very, very easy when a stock or a, crypto or whatever you're trading, it's just booming and booming and going up and up. And it's easy to get very, very excited. It's easy to get overly excited. But as traders, these are the moments where we need to just calm down.
I'm only going to say this one more time, sir. Calm down.
And that is exactly where this pattern can help you out in that regard, where it can just keep the excitement at bay and bring up to you that, hey, there may be a pullback coming. So just calm down, be a little bit more patient, and let's see if we get a pullback. And also from a breakout standpoint, it can also help lead to, I don't know, is that going to be a true breakout, or is there a possibility of a fake breakout there? Because there's nothing worse than buying a breakout that turns out to be fake. Now, I don't want to sit here and talk in theory. I want to show you some very, very verifiable, I guess pun intended, maybe pun intended, but some very verifiable information here that shows you how this pattern plays out, because there's no hindsight here. You'll see me document the pattern, and then we're going to take a look at what happened the next day. So just as a little context, I do a top 10 video every day where I go through some of the stocks that are out there. And in this situation, I wanted to talk about Tesla, and I talked about it and I mapped out some things. So I want to just show you this analysis again, the day before anything happened. Next one here, TSLA, Tesla. And I'm going to go ahead and call up for a bigger pullback here, not a reversal, big difference, because what we have now from a pattern standpoint, let me get this drawn into play here. And let's get the other part into play. This is a rising wedge pattern. You would think rising wedge is actually a bullish pattern, but it's bearish, whereas a falling wedge is the bullish one. Now, let me be very clear. Just because there's a bearish pattern does not mean for sure guaranteed the price is going to go downwards. But if I were, forced to say, what do I think Tesla's going to do over the next couple of days? I think that this thing needs to pull back some more, and a pullback point that I could see very realistically happening is down here around the 245 mark. And again, even if we were to go down there from a big picture standpoint, the chart would still be plenty healthy. So just don't conflate the two terms. Pullback and reversal, two very different things. So I think a pullback is in store here just based on that rising wedge pattern. So we'll see what happens with it over the next couple of days. Maybe Tesla's about to just laugh at me and say, I'll show you what I think about your rising wedge pattern. But because it is Tesla, so it wouldn't shock me. But from a strictly technical point of view, I would say a pullback due to that rising wedge pattern. So there you go. Mapped out the falling wedge, called for a pullback. Now let's see how things actually played out. So here we are looking at that rising wedge with Tesla. So that is the price pattern, rising wedge. And let's see how things went right there. Actually, beautiful bounce off of that trend line. Not really what I was getting at though. But think about that topic of fake breakouts. And you can see right there, it did break out, went up a little bit higher, but then you can see right there, after going up, then came back down. And then you can see right there, once more, found some support right at the bottom of the pattern. But then right there, broke through. And then that opened up the floodgates. And you can see how the price definitely did have a pullback.
And I nailed it. I nailed it.
Now, of course, there's no guarantees. So I hope you're not, walking away or thinking about, oh, wow, so the rising wedge pattern is a holy grail. And if I spot this, I know it's going to be a fake breakout. And then the price is going to pull back that severely. That's not what I'm saying. No pattern is perfect. There is no holy grail. But it's all about edges. It's all about probabilities. And the probability suggests when you see these rising wedge forms that, you know what? Calm down. Don't get overly anxious on breakouts. And if you're just patient enough, you could very well get a much better entry point from the long side because you do get a pullback. So I'd encourage you to go out there, find a charting platform that of your choice and start to draw, locate some rising wedges, and then just see how things follow afterwards. And you're going to notice, of course, not every time, like I said, but there's going to be a pattern that starts forming like, oh, wow, yeah, that rising wedge. Yeah, pullback. Oh, yeah, rising wedge. Oh, yeah, fake breakout. So go do a little bit more work with it, but the rising wedge is a great pricing pattern that you should be using, especially as a technical trader. So if you have any other questions on it, please leave those down below. As always, if you enjoy, hit that like button, Leave any comments down below. And if you're not a subscriber yet, I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button to the channel. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.